Hello Capricorn, welcome to your June 2024 reading. My name is Nigel and you have found alchemy. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you a question. You might think it's really silly, and that's okay. You could tell me. I received this as a gift. It's called Paw Mystery Dog Edition. It is pretty much oracle / tarot cards for dogs or cats or pets. So let me know if you'd like to have a pet reading. It's kind of hokey, but it's cute. However, if you think it's really stupid, don't be afraid to say so in the comments. I'm not afraid of honesty. And excuse my sniffling, I do have allergies. Okay, so let's get started with your reading. You do have the sun enveloping your whole month here. And the sun could be, it's obviously Leo energy, but, more than that, it's either great joy, obviously, it's the happiest card in the deck, or it could be that something is illuminated, there is light being shown on something that wasn't so obvious to you before. With sulfur here, I do think there is something that smells. There is something going on here. There is something that doesn't smell right to you. Obviously I mean that figuratively. There's something that's doesn't seem quite right. There's something off. It may be something from the past here being revisited. In your love life, you do have some unhealed wounds. So there is something unhealed here in your past, I think, and you do have some unfinished business with someone. Excuse me. And so what we're going to do is graze over the cards. We'll have general meanings, and then as we clarify everything, we will get a more clear picture of what's going on, and we'll dip into the next month just a little bit to give you a preview of what to expect. So let's look at this. We have here the Five of Cups in reverse. The Five of Cups in reverse is a pretty good card to have in reverse. It's something, the Five of Cups could be looked at as navel gazing. It could be looked at as studying pain, reliving past pain. But it is in reverse. So you are snapping out of something here at the beginning of the month. You have the Six of Swords coming in sideways, and you're wondering whether to move on from this situation or not. Sideways cards in my readings are choices. You are going to make a choice on whether to move ahead, or perhaps some of you even move backwards. The Six of Swords does sort of call us to get in that boat and move forward. You do have the Queen of Wands in reverse, so whether you're male or female, your confidence can be lacking in the beginning of the month for some reason. You might have a lack of confidence. I wonder if it has something to do with this past person, but we'll find out. You do have here the Lovers at the beginning of the middle of your month. That is the sign of Gemini. It could also be the fact that we are now in Gemini season. It also could be a choice. And with that sideways cards, it could very well be a choice that you are going to make. And this also obviously could stand for a relationship. You have the Five of Coins here that the Lovers gives birth to. So if this is a relationship, this relationship could have left you feeling fairly abandoned at one time. It could have hit you could have taken a hit to your finances as well. And I'm torn between thinking two different things here, so I'm wondering if there's like several groups of you. But you have the Lovers here, which could indicate a choice. On this card, on this particular deck, there are 3 choices here, not 2. You have the Five of Coins, which, you could have felt left out in the cold. You could have felt financially abandoned. You could have felt financially destitute. This very well could just be feeling like someone walked away and left you feeling empty and hollow inside. You have the Page of Wands here, and the Page of Wands could be a spark, a very small spark, the beginning of something. I wonder if it's this unfinished business, Capricorn. Might as well go ahead and tell you, I don't get the best feeling from this person, but I guess we'll see if I'm correct. You do have the Seven of Wands in reverse. I think that you are going to make some sort of decision here. And you have the Ten of Swords coming in sideways. So that it's almost like you have a choice. There's something that's going to happen here. I do think this is an illumination. I think something's going to be illuminated to you. You're going to find something out. And you're going to make a decision at the end of the month here as to whether you're going to allow this to hurt you or not. Because this is coming in sideways. In my readings, it's a choice. You have the Ace of Swords in reverse. You may be feeling very unclear. I could see that. I could see that. There is something that's been illuminated, yet the fact that something's been illuminated makes it even more unclear to you what the heck is going on. There's some confusion here. It has something to do with someone from your past, for sure. Okay? I'm going to go through the whole thing and then we'll go back and clarify. Here in the warnings column, you have, and I use these, by the way, as oracles more than tarot. Sometimes I'll combine the two, but mostly it is oracle. This stands for public humiliation. Now, there could be some information you find out. There is a light shown on something that makes you feel embarrassed. Perhaps somebody from your past who is still tied to you in some way has done something. There's something being exposed. Somebody's getting exposed. You feel very oppressed. You feel very oppressed by this situation and this news. And see, here is the card of being unfocused. You are feeling completely unfocused, confused. Something smells. You feel like you know half a story here. Yes, there's a light being shown on something, but there's something that doesn't feel right to you. You're embarrassed about what you find out, okay? You have here in your blessings column, you have loyalty, disharmony, and success, which is interesting, right? You have loyalty. You have people in your life here, Capricorn, that are very loyal to you, and they're people that it matters. Their loyalty matters, right? It matters, and it's going to help you. You have disharmony, and this disharmony is in your blessings. So whatever it is you're finding out is uncomfortable, but it's an uncomfortable truth. And so this disharmony that you're going through this month is going to be beneficial to you in the end, for you to see something clearly, and it does lead to success. So, interesting reading. Let's go ahead and clarify everything. So, let's just shuffle this real quick. So you have Leo here on the table, you have Gemini here on the table, and you have several elements. So you have many signs on the table for sure. Show me the beginning of the month here. You have the Empress. We don't read these cards reversed. We only read them forwards or backwards, okay? So you have the Empress, which is nice. I mean, you have this energy where you're coming out of some sort of, I don't want to say self-pity. I'm not really feeling it as self-pity. I feel like you took a hit here, Capricorn. You took a hit. Someone did something and it affected your stability in some way. It affected your confidence in some way. You were strong enough to pull yourself out, and now you're trying to make a decision at the beginning of the month on whether to move forward. Forward meaning it's probably different for all of you. Does forward mean away from this person, away from the situation? Does forward mean towards them? You're undecided. There is a sideways card here, but never forget who you are. You have the Empress here. The Empress is fertile. The Empress is nurturing. The Empress encompasses all the things, whether you're male or female, that is abundant and beautiful. And so I think it's sort of, don't forget who you are during this time. And you do have the star here on the Empress card, and it is healing. It is sort of, I look at that star in the Empress card, and I feel like it's a greater power than you watching over you. And you can put a label on it and call it whatever you'd like. Call it your guardian angel, call it your call it God. You can call it the universe at large. You can call it a person who has passed on, you know, whatever you're comfortable with. There is a power greater than yourself watching over you here in mid-month here. Ooh. So there is someone that really, all right. There is someone here. You make a choice. There is someone that did something to you, and it either hit your finances, it hit your heart, or both. And you have turned into a piece of ice. You don't want to mess with the Queen of Swords. I understand that you're not an air sign, but in this particular situation, I believe, male or female, you're stepping into a pretty icy persona this month. Somebody evoked this from you. Somebody did something to you to bring this out in you. You're considering turning your back on someone. That, that Five of Pentacles might well mean that for some of you. Show me the end of the month here. You do have this. I mean, this is a celebratory card. You have the Ace of Swords. Things are unclear. You have the Ten of Swords. You're going to decide whether this is truly painful or not. You have the Seven of Wands in reverse. I really think you're going to turn your back on someone, and I think you're going to be very satisfied with this decision here, Capricorn. I think that in the end, there is something here that's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Someone is going to show you with this unfinished business and past and sulfur. Someone is going to show you that they are not worth it. They're not worth it. Show me these warnings, please. Yeah. So you have the World in reverse in your warnings column. If you stay stuck in this, it's going to be an endless loop of disappointment. But I think you know that. If there's any doubt right now, Capricorn, you're not going to have any doubts when this month is over with. Show me the blessings, please, for Capricorn. Yeah. So, Capricorn, here you are, definitely enjoying your peace, enjoying your wealth, but there is that moon, that confusion, right? There is someone in the background trying to get your attention. If you notice, I don't know if you can see that, but there is someone in the background trying to get this person's attention. It doesn't look like they're really successful at that. And this is part of your blessing. It's almost like you're in this cocoon. Once you make this decision to turn this around, you're in this cocoon and you're in such a good place. But man, there is something stinky here. Here, let me grab, we're going to further clarify this. Show me the beginning of the month. That came out right away. You have wreath, sorrow over a loss. I would say so. There was some sort of a loss, and it might have been just the loss of, if the sun was shining on something that you had no idea about, it might have been the loss of your belief in them. Even if you already, there might have been a part of you here, Capricorn, that felt that there was unfinished business between the two of you. And I think there is. But I don't think that there's unfinished business in the same way that most readers will say that. I think the unfinished business here was the sun illuminating a part of them that you didn't know was there, to really and truly end this in the way that you can see honesty here. It does say here to pay attention to your work. There is a desk. You might be hard at work at something in the middle of the month. I do think that one part of the work here is going to be you turning your back on this situation and you forming that piece of ice behind you. That's going to be part of your work here. Show me the end of the month here. The end of the month, you have legs stepping into a new experience, and that's probably where this joy comes from. And it says great worry. The whale, it says great worry over nothing. I don't believe that that's true. I think that the worry that you have is valid in this situation, but I do think the whale goes deep to get the truth. The whale does dive deep, and then the whale comes back to the surface with the oxygen, to get the oxygen that it needs so it can dive deep. But you're going to dive deep and find the truth. You're going to find the truth out about something. There is something that smells. You're going to find out the truth about a situation that you may have not wanted to know the truth about. Maybe you just didn't have any suspicions. Maybe you had no idea. But there is something that's going to be illuminated to you, and it's going to be public. Like other people are going to find out too. You have beware of greed. This person may be a greedy person. This may have something to do with money. This public humiliation may have something to do with money. There is greed here on the table for a reason. I don't believe it's coming from you. Here in your success, you have doing something very risky, taking a chance. I do think you're going to be taking a chance, but I think that it is time you moved into this to being a tiger. It says archways, new opportunities, possibilities, and pathways opening up. Perfect. You become the tiger. You pounce. You go through. You form this icicle behind you. You shut the door to the past. I think that you think the past is already in the past, but I think something's going to happen. Something's going to be exposed about this person to really drive it home. And you're going to say, I knew it. I'm so glad I got rid of them. I'm shutting the door completely to this human being. Very, very strong energy here coming from you. Very strong energy. So let's take a peek into your next month. You do have synchronicity. You're going to be getting messages here from the universe, from your gut. Remember when I said in this picture there is a star? As we go into the following month, you're going to see more and more synchronicities. You're going to get more and more messages, and you're going to understand that the difference between making a decision and not knowing whether it was the right one or not, and making a decision and every single cell in your body telling you, yes, you just did the right thing. There is going to be a shift here for sure. You're going to start out at ground zero, start out on a new path with the Fool card here, move to a different page in your life. And what is this? A spiritual awakening. Definitely, definitely, definitely. A rebirth. The sun rises again. You do have the Empress in reverse. And, in some ways I like this because this is the nurturing, caring part of you that you have now turned off to this person. You are no longer that to them. You're the Ice Queen now. Male or female. You do have here the Hanged Man. You're going to be, it says not knowing sacrifice. I do think, I don't know if this is a sacrifice so much as I do think you're going introspective here. And when you go on this deep dive with the Whale card, you're going to, when you come back to the surface, you're going to know things that part of you might even think, I wish I never knew that. But I think it's important for your growth, for you to turn into this tiger, for you to turn into this queen, to walk through this archway. I think this is information that you really needed. Show me for Capricorn, please. Because Capricorn, make no mistake, something stinks. Third party situation. There might have been some of you might already know this. When you were with this person, there may have been a third party involved in it. You're going to experience, I'm going to put this right here. You're going to be experiencing freedom, more opportunities. Once this is really exposed and you go through. And I noticed that that Ten of Swords was coming in sideways. So when this comes out, it might hurt. Initially, your first knee-jerk response is pain. But I think you're going to make a conscious decision to not be in pain and to just be ice. I really feeling that strongly. Give me, you're going to transcend this situation and step into your fate. Divine intervention. That is that star there. It's divine intervention, Capricorn. Divine intervention. You have, this was a toxic, this was toxicity, and this was a chain that bound you at one time. You may have been avoiding. There may have been a part of you here, Capricorn, that knew something was not right, but you were avoiding it. You were avoiding the knowledge. Maybe you were avoiding it, and then the universe feels you're ready now. Maybe you're stronger, and so you're ready. And here it is, the Ice Queen again. Cold. Detached. That's you. You're going to detach from this. You're going to reap your harvest. By the time the fall comes, you're going to be in a whole different way, a whole different frame of mind. There is a harvest waiting for you after this. You have gifts, abundance, celebration. That's with this card for sure. Absolutely. Divine feminine. You might be stepping into your divine feminine. And when I say that, it could be male or female. You may be more feeling, as this month goes on, you'll be feeling more intuitive. Emotional, but not emotional in the way where you're going to be crying, but emotional in a way where you're going to feel compassion for the right people. And you might be feeling compassion for yourself. This person may have been your comfort zone at one time. You will receive messages for sure. There is somebody or something watching over you. You're going to be receiving messages. This card said so as well. So definitely look for any synchronicities. There is going to be a reunion. There is unfinished business. This reunion isn't all soft roses and rainbows. It is not. It is a soul tie that you had karmic attachments to that needs to be put to rest. And Pluto has entered the chat. Pluto has been in Capricorn for 20 years. And so this person could have tentacles into your past. For those of you who are older, self-care is on the table here, Capricorn. You need to take care of yourself. You need to show compassion for yourself. You need to detach and turn into the Ice Queen with this person. There is something that's going to be illuminated to you, and you're going to know it because something stinks. Your spidey sense. Something stinks. You have here the Sorcerer, ambition, willpower, creation. I do think you're going to be creating your own reality here. And of course, you have the card of wisdom. You're going to leave this month with knowledge. You're going to experience a shift. You're going to turn the page here, have this spiritual awakening. You're going to shut down the nurturing for those who are undeserving of it. The time for introspection will come. I do think that there might be something that happens that shocks you initially. Do let me know in the comments what you think this might be. Just so you know, here at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Pentacles, and this is reaching into your future. You're going to have a new opportunity here. And if you notice, there are two people here on the card. I do think it's going to be new. I know Pentacles are generally money. I'm feeling that it's a new opportunity for love. And look at this. You have the Sun again. And the Sun promises not only illumination and truth, but happiness. And you have the Fool again. This is crazy. You are walking away here, Capricorn, from a 10 of Cups that used to be your 10 of Cups. So be prepared for a shock. Be prepared for perhaps a little pain, but also be prepared to detach from this because you deserve better. Okay, Capricorn, I will see you next time. Namaste.